Hi Sam. I'm excited for today's lesson. We're going to learn the word
Geschäft.
Hi Alex. What does
Geschäft.
mean?
Great question.
Geschäft.
Primarily means,
Business.
but it can also refer to
Shop. Deal.
the most common usage is when talking about a business. Just be careful because it might sound like the English word,
Gesch.
which means something very different.
Interesting. How do we use
Geschäft.
in a sentence?
Well,
Geschäft.
is a neuter noun, so it uses the article.
Das.
In the plural, it becomes.
Die Geschäfte.
You can say,
Das Geschäft ist groß.
meaning,
The business is big.
And how do I conjugate it?
since it's a noun, there's no conjugation, but you can use it in different tenses with verbs. For example, in the past tense, you can say,
Ich habe ein Geschäft eröffnet.
which means,
I opened a business.
What about the past tense?
in the Prateritem, you could say,
Ich eröffnete ein Geschäft.
meaning,
I opened a business.
and if you use the perfect, you'd say,
Ich habe ein Geschäft eröffnet.
Got it. What's the imperative form?
the imperative isn't common for.
Geschäft.
But if you were talking about a deal, for instance, you might say to someone,
Mach das Geschäft.
which means,
Make the deal.
Where does the word
Geschäft.
come from?
Geschäft.
comes from Old High German,
Geschäft.
meaning,
To arrange or to Donnerstag.
it has evolved from meanings related to doing business or transactions.
That's really fascinating.
Now let's break down the word.
Geschäft.
Has the prefix, which often indicates a completed action, and the root,
Schafft.
which relates to doing or making. Together, they convey the idea of something that has been done in a business context.
That makes sense.
If we look at similar words, there are many. For example, there's
Geschenk.
meaning,
Gift.
where indicates something given. Another example is
Gespräch.
meaning,
Conversation.
Referring to something that has been spoken.
So, both share that prefix.
Exactly. Then we have
Geschwindigkeit.
meaning
Speed.
and
Geschäftsreise.
which means
Business trip.
What about the suffixes?
in German, the suffix
Schafft.
can relate to a state or condition, like in,
Freundschaft.
which means
Friendship.
That's a lot of similar words. Can we practice using
Geschäft,
in real-life situations?
of course. Imagine you're at a market. You could say,
Wo ist das nächste Geschäft?
meaning
Where is the nearest shop?
wo ist das nächste Geschäft?
perfect. Now, if you were at work, you might say,
Ich habe ein neues Geschäft eröffnet.
meaning
I opened a new business.
Ich habe ein neues Geschäft eröffnet.
excellent. Lastly, if you're negotiating, you can say,
Lass uns über das Geschäft sprechen.
which means
Let's talk about the deal.
Lass uns über das Geschäft sprechen.
good job. Now, let's remember that
Geschäft.
is neuter, so you'll often see it with the article.
Das.
Right. Any tips to remember it?
A mnemonic might be imagining a big shop with a neon sign saying,
Das Geschäft.
it's a vivid image that can help.
What are some common phrases that use
Geschäft,
Some typical collocations include
Das Geschäft öffnen.
meaning
To open the business.
and
Ein Geschäft machen.
which means
To make a deal.
And what about similar sounding words to avoid confusion?
watch out for,
Geschehen.
meaning
To happen.
and
Geschwindigkeit.
meaning
Speed.
as they can be easily mixed up.
Can we try a quick review? What's the article for?
Geschäft,
It's
Das.
And what's the plural?
that would be
Die Geschäfte.
And the meaning?
Business. Shop.
What's one similar word?
Geschenk.
meaning
Gift.
Lastly, how do you say?
I opened a business.
In the perfect.
you'd say,
Ich habe ein Geschäft eröffnet.
awesome work today, Sam. The key takeaway is that
Geschäft.
means
Business. Shop.
and you can use it in various contexts. Keep practicing, and it will stick.
Thanks, Alex. I'll definitely remember this.